A whole new month of stories for us to share with you on this week's special. The month of November begins. And let me start off by saying Happy Diwali, because November 7th is what we talk about first. But I have to take you back to 1979, November 7th, because that was the first time that India beat Australia in the Test series, a series that is now known as the Border Gavaskar Trophy. It was in fact Sunil Gavaskar and Alan Border that had significant roles to play. And now we move on to the one moment that all of you have been tweeting us about, the birthday of Virat Kohli. You see, on the 5th of November, King Kohli will turn 30. Now, there's no point really talking about all the milestones and achievements. You already know them, and frankly, we don't have enough time. Instead, let me tell you what I have learned from my interactions with Virat Kohli. First and foremost, focus. He has the ability to just let go of all the negativity and rise above it. Loyalty. His core group and his partner in life, they are the ones who always have his allegiance. Patriotism. It doesn't really matter that he is the fastest man to 10,000 ODI run, because for Virat Kohli, nation comes first. And finally, ambition. It doesn't matter how big or grand your dreams are, you can most definitely achieve them. A West Delhi boy born to take over the world. Happy birthday, Virat. November, someone very, very special from our Star Sports family will celebrate his 44th birthday. Now, funny, isn't it? Because he is such a hero to all of us that his very own father called him a zero in the romance department. It's very entertaining for people like us to see how VVS Lakshman is treated at every venue in this country, how people constantly remind him where they were and what they were doing when he scored that epic 281, one that propelled an incredible comeback from Team India against Australia at Eden Gardens, one that represents the ambition to be world beaters that his generation possessed. Happy birthday, Lakshman. Now, there's so many numbers that you could associate with VVS Lakshman, but here is one that we have picked in our number diary. Speaking of the Ranji Trophy, when was the first ever match of India's premier domestic competition played? Well, Boria Majumdar has this story from the stash. Ranji Trophy, when was the first ever match of India's premier domestic competition played? Well, Boria Majumdar has this story from the stash. All right, time for us to take a breather here on this week's special. Use this time to tweet in your thoughts, share your stories using the hashtag TWS on SS. When we come back, it is left arm pace that dominates the show. Stay with us. Welcome back to this week's special. Now let's talk about an incident that shook the very foundation on what this great game is based on. A historic decision on the 3rd of November in 2011, which signified a fight back against corruption from the gentleman's game. It was on the... And speaking of left-arm seamers who've troubled India, I guess it's a good thing that Mitchell Johnson earlier this year declared that he's retired from all forms of cricket. On the 2nd of November, he will... So just last year on the 1st of November, the world of cricket waved an emotional goodbye to Ashish Nehra. Despite his many injuries, he truly is the comeback man, spending his last year in international cricket not only picking up the wickets for Team India, but also mentoring Gen Next. So it was at his home ground at the Firozshah Kotla where Ashish Nehra in the first T20 against New Zealand bowled from the Ashish Nehra end, wearing number 64 for the very last time. Nehra from India. What a week it's been on this week's special. Virat Kohli's birthday, VVS Lakshman's birthday, remembering that emotional goodbye to Ashish Nehra. I'm sure many of you have those stories to share. Use the hashtag TWS on SS. Here's what some of you had to say last week. It will be all Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Until we meet again, you take care.